Hello, welcome back to Sprout and Season. Today we are going to be making a whole chicken citrus lime outside on open fire. Just kind of wanted to share this with you guys today. Right now I've already got the marinade set. I didn't start off at the beginning with this, but I'll let you know what I have in it. I have about a thing of cilantro in here, fresh. I've got 3 freshly squeezed oranges in here. I've got 2 freshly squeezed limes, and I've got 2 cloves of garlic. So that's all I'm going to put in this for now, and it's kind of like a brine slash marinade. What we're going to do is let this sit for a couple of hours, and then we'll be back. I wanted to go over some seasonings that you'll need. One, you're going to need ground cumin. You're going to need about, for a 4 or 5 pound bird, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of ground cumin. You're going to need a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of paprika, a tablespoon of oregano or Spanish oregano, a tablespoon of onion powder, and 2 tablespoons of orange pepper seasoning. I got this at our local HEB grocery store. I don't know, you'll have to look to see if you can find this. If you need information on it, you can write a comment, leave a comment, and I'll see where I can maybe find this for you. This is what it looks like, all stirred up, ready to go. So the chicken itself has been marinating for about 3 hours. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, and I'm going to season it, and I'm going to put it back in the bag for another hour. I don't like putting the seasoning on the chicken with the marinade at the beginning because it tends to get a little salty. So we'll put this on right at the last minute for the last hour. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this seasoning in the bag, and we'll mix it all up and let it sit for another hour to 2 hours. Wanted just to recap what we've done so far. First, we took a 4 or 5 pound whole chicken. We spatchcocked it, meaning we cut the spine out, laid it flat. We went ahead and made our marinade. We used 2 whole oranges. We used 2 whole limes, a couple of sprigs of cilantro, and that's what we started with, and a clove of garlic chopped up. We put the chicken in the bag. We let it sit for about 3 hours, and then I went ahead and made my seasonings, and I used 2 tablespoons of orange pepper. I used 2 tablespoons of ground cumin. I used 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of paprika, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a tablespoon of onion powder. We went ahead and mixed that up in a bowl and went ahead and added that to our mixture, our chicken, and let that sit for another 2 hours. Okay, and the reason why I don't add the seasonings to the marinade in this particular dish is because it tends to get really salty. I add it towards the end so it doesn't really deeply penetrate into that chicken, but you'll still have that good, robust flavor that we're looking for. This is chicken asado or chicken al carbon. The thing is I didn't use guajillo peppers or achiote paste to give it that red look, but all the other ingredients are the same. So if you want to add that paste, it's kind of hard to find, especially like where I live. It's very difficult to find. You have to make your own by getting the guajillo peppers and roasting them and then blanching them. It goes on and on. It's a big process. So we are ready now to go ahead and put it on the fire, and that's what we're going to do now. first, what we want to do is go ahead and get our coals hot and ready. We don't want to put the coals on we want to separate them. We want to put them off to the side so we have a cool zone and a hot zone when we do this. First thing we're going to do is take the chicken and we're going to lay it on the cool zone, okay? And we're going to cook it on the cool zone. Then right at the end, that's when we're going to go ahead and put it directly on the fire to give it that signature charred look and that flavor. You don't want to put it on there too early because then it'll burn. Okay. All right, and then we're going to cover it up. Leave all your vents open. We want high heat. So towards the end, what we're looking for is a temperature of about 165 to 170 internal temperature. We've had our chicken on for about 15 minutes. We're going to go ahead and flip it. Remember, we're still on the cool zone, so that's where you want to stay right now. As you can see, it's already browning. That's on the cool zone, so if we had it on that hot zone, it would be totally fried. So let's go ahead and flip it. Just like that. And we're gonna let that go for 15 minutes. We've had it flipped and we've had it on there for 15 minutes. This is what we're looking for right here. We don't want it burned. So now, after we've had 15 minutes on each side, now what we want to do is we want to lay half of it on the hot side and the other half on the cool zone. And what we're going to do is do like a flippity flip. We're just going to constantly flip it. Okay? We're not going to let it sit there on that fire too long. This is what's going to give it that char flavor. So as you can see, it's already starting to char, and that was on the cool zone, so you can imagine on the hot zone. So this high heat, what it's going to do, it's going to finish it off. So we're looking for an internal temperature on the breast, about 165 to 170, and then we'll pull it, let it cool down. All right, guys, so we're back. We are cooking until we hit an internal temperature of 165 to 170. Got my thermometer here, and we are sitting at 177. So we are going to pull this chicken. It's ready. We'll take it inside. That's chicken asado right there. We pulled the chicken. We're going to let it rest for about 10-15 minutes. I did pull it a little late. We should be pulling it about 165 to 170. I pulled it at 177. So it's ideal to pull it between 165 and 170 because it's juicier at that moment. So we're going to let it rest for a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and cut it up into pieces. and then we'll go ahead and garnish it with lime. We are going to go ahead and cut it up into sections now. As you can see, the chicken's falling apart. That's what we want. Just like that. Okay. Got breasts. There you go. It's still juicy. I know it looks a little charred on the outside, but like I said, this stuff here, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just wings. Other than that, we're ready. We're gonna go ahead and hit it with some lime juice. There. Alright guys, so here we are, our chicken asado. We've got some Spanish rice. If you want to learn to make this Spanish rice, go back to our other video. My wife made a video on making Spanish rice. We've got some corn tortillas. We're going to garnish it with some lime, and we'll hit it with some hot sauce and make tacos.